feel like this V-neck is fitting me weird. I got it at Target, and there's something about like how low it goes down that I literally for the past like 2 minutes, I'm like, I feel like I look like a linebacker like that, but like this doesn't look right either. Like, what is wrong with the cut of this that is making me look so freaking weird? Anyway, hello everyone. My name is Jessica if you are new to my channel. I am nice and caffeinated today working on my second cup. Sometimes at this time of the day, it's my third, but you know. Although some of you guys make me feel better because you're like, oh, Jessica, I drink a whole pot of coffee a day. I'm like, whew. I'm like mad at myself if I drink 3 cups, but some of y'all are like even more addicted to caffeine than I am, so. But today we're going to be talking about my Amazon favorites. Y'all, in the past, like let's say 5 or 6 months, I have discovered so many goodies. I've got some fashion things, some travel things, some organization things, but I also have some like kitchen stuff, some hair stuff. It's just such a weird mix, a cute coffee mug. I have an Amazon storefront link where I have all of my favorites kind of categorized into different categories, hence the definition of the word categorize. But I will also, of course, have everything I'm mentioning in today's video linked below because not all of this is in my storefront yet. I need to work on that. Okay, let's get into it. So let's start with some fashion stuff. This Apple Watch band. I know not everyone obviously has an Apple Watch, so I'm just going to talk briefly. It's like 10 bucks and it is the best one I've tried. I bought quite a few from them. You can get it, I think, to match whatever like actual watch head you have. And it magnetizes, so it could literally be any size you want. You know what I mean? And it's a really strong magnet, so it doesn't budge. It's the best one I found. I can't believe how inexpensive it is, and yeah, like it's the bomb. So next thing I want to talk about, I'm actually going to take this watch off so you guys can see these other things a little better. These bracelets. Actually, every bracelet I'm wearing right now is from Amazon. I saw Leanne Says talk about these bracelets, so I bought that. It came in a pack of like 2 or 3. And then I bought this gold one separately, and I just love that they're stretchy. They actually feel like, I mean, they're just beads on a thing. So if you want to make them, you totally could. But I just think they're so cute. They're really cute together. And then I recently got these, and they're also stretchy. They came in this 3-pack, and they have these little stars hanging from them. So I am in love with these. I do feel like these were a little overpriced for what they are, but at the same time, I just loved them so much. I'm like, it's worth it for me. I'll wear them, and I have been wearing them every single day. Okay, let me solve a problem that we all have, okay? I know, you're welcome ahead of time. Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you. These stretchy pants. Okay, I ended up buying another color because I loved the first color. So I got them in olive and I fell in love with them. And then I got them in this like pink color. They're pants that feel like jeans. They have real pockets in the front and back. They look like denim. But they are so stretchy, you guys, they feel like you're wearing leggings. They're a little thicker than leggings, but they feel like leggings. Guys, it's all I wanna wear. Once the weather like cools down in the fall and winter, this is all I'm gonna wear. They have a few colors. They're so comfortable. They're so comfortable. There's a reason I bought a second one. One of you guys were the ones that introduced me to this, and I'm so glad you did because I'm like, this is all I ever want. I wanna wear comfortable pants that I can actually bend down. I can crawl around with my toddler on the floor, and this solved that problem, so I had to give those a shout out. They're awesome. You're gonna hear me say they are awesome 1,000 times. It's my replacement for the phrase, I'm obsessed, because I used to say that a lot. I think we're all guilty of it, and I'm like, well, am I really obsessed with it? So I've lightened the load, and now I just say it's awesome, or it's the bomb, but is that any better? I don't think that it is. I'm so excited about some of this kitchen stuff I'm about to tell you guys about in a minute. I'm like geeking out over some of these. Next up is one of my favorite finds, and I probably will eventually buy another color. They're like $10, and they're just these classic Hanes sweatshirts. The reason I love this is because they're just so comfortable. I like that it's men's sizes. My normal size is a small, give or take. And so a men's small kind of fits me more like a medium, which is nice. Like it's a little bit oversized. But of course you could order some sizes up if you wanted it to be oversized. They're so cheap, they're so comfortable. And I feel like these kinds of plain Hanes like sweatshirts are weirdly popular right now. Like these and like plain hoodies. And so I love it just because they're comfortable around the house, but bonus points that right now it's kind of trendy and they're so cheap because they're just Hanes sweatshirts. So they have literally like 40 colors on there the last time I checked. I got this kind of greenish color. I really probably will get another one in the future, maybe like a maroon or something, but I love it. I had to give it a shout out because I think it's a fantastic deal for something that is just so cozy. So I wanted to talk, I literally had like 5 other fashion things I was gonna talk about, But you guys, I tried so many of these in a video I did like a couple months ago where I tried your guys's like fashion recommendations, and I found so many of these things that I love. So I'm gonna link that video instead of repeating all of those, because I stand by and wear all of those still, and they're amazing. You guys shared with me an actual Lululemon dupe, not like I tried a bunch of them. This one actually is a Lululemon leggings dupe. Jean shorts that are like stretchy and comfortable. So many things. So I will link that video in the eye down below. Watch that after this one, because it's just basically another video of a whole bunch more favorites. Can you tell I'm excited about this video? I have been wanting this for forever, okay? And so it's an Amazon favorite, but really it's like, I have had this on my wish list, but I had it on the regular brand site, and I found it on Amazon for cheaper, and it's the real deal. And so I'm like, this is awesome. I need to tell you guys about this. So I'm not the biggest Vera Bradley fan. Like, I have a makeup bag or two of hers that I really do like, but it's usually because that pattern is something I love. Like maybe it's a Disney pattern or whatever. However, I would always see these girls in the airport. They were so cute, and they would always have a Vera Bradley duffel bag, and I'd always wanted one. Have I said always enough? Always. And oh, that makes me think of Harry Potter. So I finally bought one, and I want to say it was like 10 or 15, maybe even $20 cheaper when I bought it than it was on the Vera Bradley site. I don't know if every pattern is that way, but I got this pattern. Seems to be their most popular, and it's their medium duffel bag. And it's got really nice like zipper pockets on one side. It's got a little bit of organization on the inside as well. I just love it. I love that the shoulder drop is long enough so that it's not like right up in your armpit when you're holding it like that. But then of course it has the standard long handle if you want to actually wear it like crossbody, since it is a duffel bag. But I just think the organization in it is simple but useful. It's such a pretty pattern. This is gonna last me 1,000 years. Pretty sure I can machine wash this. I haven't actually used it yet. Yeah, okay, just found the exact example. It's $85 on Vera Bradley's site. It was $60 on Amazon, and I'm telling you, it's sold by Vera Bradley. It's the real deal. Saving you 25 bucks if you had your eye on it. I think the medium's a pretty big size. If you got the large, it's just going to be even bigger and even heavier to carry if you're literally going to be carrying it. The only improvement I would make, Vera Bradley, if you're watching, which I'm sure you're not, would be to add a strap on the back that you could hook it onto a roller bag. That, I can't believe they haven't added to that. That was kind of surprising to me, but anyway. All right, let's do a couple like beauty and hair items before I get into the kitchen stuff. This one I bought a few months ago, and it changed my life. It is a hot tool pad. So it's like 10 bucks. They have a couple different colors. I just got black because I'm boring and I like neutral things. You can take your hair straightener, your curling iron, curling wand, whatever, and even the second you unplug it, you can stick it in there, and it holds the heat. It doesn't burn through. I thought for sure it would the first few times I did it. It didn't. I will say when I first unplug it and I stick it right in, you can feel some of the warmth, but it's not like hot. So like if you were packing your suitcase up, I would go ahead and stick it in here, but maybe wait like 3 minutes before sticking it in like your suitcase if you're like leaving the hotel that day or whatever. But I use this for every day at home. You can set it on the mat while you're using it. It doesn't burn out on any side. You guys, it's the best $10 I've ever spent. I'd been using other ones that were like nice brands and they were expensive, and they would always say that, oh, you know, it's heat resistant, but then it would burn parts of it. And I'm like, that's literally the opposite of what I need happening here. So this is the greatest thing. If anything ever happened to it, I would buy it again and again and again. Okay, I get so many questions when I'm doing like get ready with me's or like whatever, where I'm doing my makeup on camera. I usually will use these creaseless hair clips. Now you can get these everywhere, but mine I did buy on Amazon, so I can link the exact pack I bought. They're not, I mean, any of these you get, they're just cheapo little things, but the idea is that you can hold your hair back out of your face, but it's not going to add any creases or dents in your hair if you've already styled it or whatever. So I love that for this. The pack I got was pink, white, and black, and it has been great. And then I also get a lot of questions about the pearl hair clips I wear a lot when I have my hair down, and I'll just kind of pin it back. I got most of the ones I used were in this 5-pack on Amazon. Again, really inexpensive, really, really pretty. The clips are really snug, so I do not find that it moves in my hair at all, which is awesome because there's nothing more annoying than having to refix your hair every 10 minutes. I mean, they're perfect. And I get so many compliments and questions about it, and it's just like, yep, it was just a 5-pack on Amazon. Okay, an organization favorite is this. I got a pack of jewelry trays. So there are a couple ones I got. I'll show you what it looks like in my closet. It works so well if you have any sort of drawer or area you keep your jewelry, but you don't typically keep it like in an actual jewelry box or whatever. And these fit so perfectly in them. The only complaint is they slide around. So I need to like get non-skid little things on the bottom, and I think that'll solve that problem. But I use this one just for my like earrings to separate them. They're so well made. It was my sister-in-law that I saw that had these. She might have had them in white, or they might have been different, but regardless, I had never thought to get anything like this, and it has been such a game changer for me, and I love that I can see all of my jewelry. Obviously, this isn't for everyone because not everyone has their jewelry stored in a drawer like I do, but just figured it was worth a mention because it is awesome. I also get a lot of questions about my phone case. This is just Amazon. I'm sure it was like 15 bucks or under. It's actually really nice. It's like a plasticky, it's not like squishy like the silicone ones. I usually have a silicone one. This one's more of a hard plastic, but it's kind of matted, and I love the little polka dots. It's so cute. They had it in like every size. It took a long time to get it, both times. I ordered the wrong size the first time, had to return it. So I feel like usually on Amazon that's not an issue, but maybe they fixed it, and I don't remember if it was Prime or not. Maybe it wasn't, and that was the problem. It literally took like weeks to get it. And the only other thing is the lip doesn't come up as far as I like the phone case too. So I do feel like the screen, I have a screen protector on it, but I do feel like it'd be more apt to like the screen to have a problem. So like to get scratched up and stuff. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, I'm gonna show you a clip of this next thing because it's a little heavy to pick up, but I have this under my desk. I have some hip issues. I've been going to a chiropractor. I've talked to my primary care doctor about it too, and I'm doing some different things for it. But regardless, I also sit a lot, and I have a standing desk, and I try to do, you know, switch back and forth, but I've noticed I cross my legs a lot. And one of you guys sent me a message saying, hey, you might think about, if you cross your legs, stopping doing that for a while and seeing if it helps. I'm like, oh. So then I started doing some research into these little foot things you can like have under your desk just to kind of either realign your hips depending on how low or high your chair is. And so I love it. I find myself just like moving my legs a lot, so that's probably good for my circulation as well. It's adjusting how high or low my legs are. The thing I'm using is adjustable. They have a million different ones online. Like they have foam ones, and I'm still new to this, but I figured I'd give it a mention because I'd never heard of it. And it's like a whole world out there, and you start reading these reviews. And so if you work in a desk setting, or maybe you work at home, well, I know a lot of us are working at home right now regardless, but it's just been kind of this nice thing I've had the past few weeks that I'm really enjoying, and I do feel like my hip pain isn't as bad as it used to be. I don't think it's gonna like solve the problem, but even if you don't have hip pain, I think it's something that is probably just good for us to be, you know, thinking about how your legs are hitting the ground if you're sitting a lot. All right, let's move into kitchen stuff. First thing, these small straws. So I mentioned I got these packs of stainless steel straws, and I really do think they're cool, man. I think I saw Taylor Wynn using them, and I was like, yep, want them, need them, gotta have them. They're so cute. So I can link this pack, and then I was shocked that they had a pack of shorter ones, because for me, I drink my coffee with a straw, and it all started because I am finishing up my course of Invisalign. I don't have mine in right now. And so I've been using straws with coffee so that I can still drink it without staining the trays, right? Well, I was just taking reusable thick plastic ones and cutting them in half, and I just had a couple that I used that way. But I was so excited to discover they have these. The only thing is I don't love the feeling of metal in my mouth. So a lot of y'all told me that they sell silicone tips you can put on them. So I probably will eventually buy those and try them out. But I had to give them a mention because the short ones especially are just so cool. If you would rather drink coffee, maybe you're worried about your own teeth staining or whatever, there you go. I always move myself closer to the camera. Jessica, back up. They don't need you right in their face. A little Disney love for this little mug. It was, I want to say like $15, $20 on Amazon. I remember feeling like this is overpriced, but I was like, I'm gonna get it anyway because I loved it. I love watercolor paintings, and add to it that it's the freaking Disney castle, and I was like, yup. So I end up using this almost every day. I have to force myself to use other mugs. I love coffee, but I really love coffee mugs, and we buy them when we travel, and we're Disney people, so this is just like the best addition of my mug collection in years. Ugh. I love it. All right, let me geek out on a couple kitchen things. So first geeking out thing is this meat thermometer. Stay with me, I can feel you pulling away. I am not someone that like, I don't even cook steaks. Like I pretty much just cook like chicken breast, ground meat, you know, but with chicken breast and like fish, especially chicken, it needs to be cooked to a certain temperature, right? I think it's, is it 165? And we had this thermometer that we thought was working pretty well, and it would seem that the chicken could never get even close to temperature. Like it'd get to like 140. I'm like, And then I would finally cut one open and realize, oh, it's totally cooked all the way through, but the thermometer was still reading way low. We would overcook the chicken, then it would be dry. So finally we did some digging and found this one on Amazon that had really good reviews. The brand is Haber. It's not crazy expensive. It's like 15 bucks. Y'all, this is so accurate. Like, and I think it says like accurate to like plus or minus 1 or 2 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. So now our chicken is perfect. We can actually cook it to the right temperature so it's not pink, but then we can stop so it doesn't continue to cook and dry out. It is incredible, you guys. It is like fixed our cooking chicken problem, at least my problem, because I'm so scared of eating like undercooked chicken. My mom really did a number on me when I was a kid. It's such a weird favorite, but it is so good. And if you're someone that is a little weird about temperature, I feel like this is one I can trust. We've now had it for, I don't know, 5 or 6 months now, and it works perfectly every time. Okay, another one. This Anchor Hawking, I think this was like a monthly favorite a few months ago. This little Anchor Hawking measuring cup. Stay with me. This is no standard measuring cup. What I love about this, and I'm sorry, this one's a little bit dirty, is that it's got ounces on it. It has tablespoons on it, milliliters on it, and teaspoons. So, you know, some recipes will call for like 3 tablespoons of something, and you're like, so you're getting your little tablespoon thing out, and you're doing that, and it's spilling everywhere. You can just pour it into this up to the 3 tablespoon thing, and then you've got it all, and you can dump it in. It's one of those weird things in our kitchen that we use more than anything almost every time we cook. It's $8. I broke one, and we ended up buying 2 more because we always felt like one was dirty and we needed the other. And so we're like, you know what, forget it. We use it enough. We'll just buy 2. So we have 2 of them. And it is the best thing in our kitchen right now. And typically when we're storing it, we just store it within our other like glass measuring cups that are like larger, you know, for like 1 cup or 2 cup. But another really weird one, I love this little OXO sugar container. So we have a larger sugar container in our pantry for when we're cooking and we need like a full cup of sugar for like cookies or something, you know. But this little one we found on Amazon, and I love it because if you like to add sugar or anything to like your tea or your coffee, like I know my brother-in-law, when he comes over, he puts sugar in his tea. So it's nice to have for that. But furthermore, we use sugar in a few recipes where, you know, maybe it only calls for a tablespoon or 2, like our taco meat recipe. Shameless plug, recipe linked below. Best taco meat you'll ever have. It is nothing like traditional taco meat. Now I want to make it again tonight. I can't talk about it without my mouth watering. I know so many of you guys have fallen in love with it too, so I'll link the recipe below. That calls for some sugar in the meat. I know it's weird. Just trust. I'll usually just grab this and pour it, and I love this. It's just so well made. It's a glass one. I think they sell a plastic one too if you'd rather that. It's just so nice. It's so easy to pour, and I love just having it right there near our oil and our salt and pepper and stuff because we do use it a decent amount. All right, next one is a butter crock. Okay, in our vlogs, which we put up on my husband's channel, Tyler Travels TV is his channel, we put up weekly vlogs and we show a lot of what we're eating sometimes, and you've had so many questions about the butter crock that we're using. So the one we got is from Le Creuset. Honestly, pretty darn overpriced. I don't think you need to buy that brand. Now that we have it, we're like, okay, we could have gotten the $20 one and it would have been the same thing. So the technology is kind of weird, but it is amazing. So if you like to use just regular sticks of butter like we do, we used to get the spreadable butter, but even though, you know, you keep it in the fridge, it was never quite as spreadable as we wanted it to be. You know, we didn't want to just leave butter out on the counter to stay at a nice temperature where it's spreadable because we didn't feel like that was the smartest thing either. Well, enter the butter crock where you put the butter in the top part and then you actually fill the bottom cup with like water to like there's like a fill line in it. And when you put the butter upside down in it, I know this sounds weird, the water creates a seal around it so it's not going to grow a bunch of bacteria and stuff like that. Air can't get to it. So you leave it out on your countertop, and as you pull it out, every time you need to use it, you pull out the butter portion and you can spread it. It is so perfectly spreadable. We have had no issues whatsoever with it. It's amazing, you guys. And I know you might think, well, won't the butter fall into the water? No, it doesn't. The way it works makes sense to me, but it doesn't totally make sense to me, but it works. You do change the water every few days, which I mean, I literally just dump it and put more water. It takes me 5 seconds. It's kind of like changed our butter game for the better, and we love it. Whew, I'm exhausted after this video. I have done these videos quite a bit in the past. I can link the ones I've done in the past below. I don't repeat things. I always go back and see kind of where I left off. So everything else I've mentioned in past videos were not mentioned in today's video, and I still stand by they're still favorites. So I can link my Amazon favorites playlist if you want to binge watch a bunch of them. We've definitely found a lot of good things on Amazon over the years, there's no doubt. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I'd love for you to subscribe. I do 3 videos a week. There's always new content going up on my channel. I do beauty stuff, fashion, cooking, vlogging, all kinds of different stuff on my channel. I'd love to have you join our little happy corner of the internet. I'd also love to say hey to you on my Instagram. It is @itsjessicabraun. And other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.